What would you do if you had only one chance to silence every critic and reclaim the respect you once owned against your fiercest rival in their house with the world watching? That's exactly the position Alabama finds itself in right now. This isn't just another game, it's the battle that could reshape the narrative of an entire season or bury it for good. As rain clouds gather over Athens and Georgia stands undefeated at home for 33 straight games, Alabama enters the field with more than just a scoreboard to change. They need to prove they still belong among college football's elite. And if you think this is just hype, wait until you hear what's been brewing behind the scenes. Before we dive into this storm of stats, strategy, emotion, and redemption, I want you to do two quick things. First, drop a comment below and tell me, where in the world are you watching this clash from? Second, let's create a wave together. Our goal, hit 500 new subscribers and break all view records on this video. If we pull this off, I'll release an exclusive video revealing the backstage truths and untold moments you've never heard before. And here's the deal, if you're not subscribed, you'll likely miss it. YouTube literally favors those who watch and engage till the end. So hit that button, let this video roll even if you're doing something else. Let's break the algorithm together. The surprise at the end will be worth it. According to analysis from Roll Bama Roll, Alabama slipped in both the AP and coaches polls after a bye week, dropping behind programs like Texas Tech and Indiana. It's a hit to pride, but not to purpose. This Saturday is about more than redemption. It's about reclaiming legacy. With defensive anchor Tim Keenan III and running back Jam Miller cleared to return, the Tide is regaining key pieces just in time. But the challenge is brutal. Georgia remains undefeated and, as reported by Roll Bama Roll, Athens may see rain at kickoff, adding chaos to the most anticipated game of the year. The stakes, sky high, the pressure, suffocating, and the potential for glory, unforgettable. Some rivalries are born from geography, others from history. But Alabama versus Georgia is carved from legacy, heartbreak, and unforgettable finishes. According to historical records from Wikipedia, Alabama leads the all-time series with 44 wins, 26 losses, and 4 draws, a clear upper hand. Yet recent memory tells a different story. Georgia, undefeated this season, hasn't lost a single home game in the last 33 contests. As highlighted by Bulldog Illustrated, this current streak is the longest active run in the SEC and a testament to the fortress that is Sanford Stadium. Alabama walks into this Coliseum not just to win, but to break what seems unbreakable. The pressure? It's unlike anything this team has faced since the Saban era began. As published by Roll Bama Roll, Alabama's drop in the national rankings after a bye week has fueled doubt among fans and analysts alike. Slipping behind schools like Indiana and Texas Tech wasn't just a statistical fall, it was a blow to the identity of a dynasty. With that comes an emotional weight that's heavier than any defensive line. One early season loss, and suddenly the narrative shifts. From championship contender to potential pretender. If they fall here, the 2025 season might unravel beyond repair. But Coach Kalen DeBoer isn't backing down. Speaking to the media earlier this week, he delivered a message that sent shivers down the locker room walls. We've got to be resilient. We know there are going to be storms we have to weather in the SEC on the road, and you've got to do it. No one else is going to go do it for you. As reported by AP News, this wasn't just a motivational cliche. It was a rally cry, a reminder that no rescue is coming, no shortcut, no second chance. Just 60 minutes to decide whether Alabama will rise like legends or collapse under the weight of its own past. Sometimes games are decided not by stars, but by shadows, by the unnoticed cracks in armor. And Georgia, for all its dominance, has cracks. As pointed out by Roll Bama Roll in their shootout against Tennessee, Georgia's defense allowed a stunning 371 passing yards. That's not just a stat, it's a signal, a red flag. Their secondary struggled, especially in the middle of the field, where crossing routes and slants turned into big gains. That's exactly where Alabama's Ryan Williams thrives. Known for his ability to find space between safeties and linebackers, Williams could become the silent assassin in this war. Add to that the tactical balance being affected by injuries. According to Roll Bama Roll's latest report, Alabama tight end Danny Lewis Jr. is listed as probable, a key piece for both blocking and short yardage passing. On Georgia's side, things are more fragile. Ethan Barber and Malachi Tolliver, both important components of their depth and structure, have been ruled out. These aren't headline names, but they're the glue in Georgia's formations. Their absence could stretch the Bulldogs' defense thinner than anticipated, creating space where there was none before. And here's the overlooked truth that changes everything: turnovers or the lack of them. Georgia, despite its aggression, has yet to recover a single fumble this season and has forced only 3 interceptions. That's low for a top-ranked defense. Meanwhile, Alabama, 0 turnovers given. Not 1 interception, not 1 lost fumble. As confirmed by multiple performance recaps, including data cited by Roll Bama Roll, this discipline is rare. It means Alabama protects the ball like gold. And in games of this magnitude, where momentum shifts on mistakes, that stat alone might be the difference between heartbreak and history. The line between belief and doubt is thinner than ever. According to Fox Sports, Alabama enters this game as a 3-point underdog, on paper just a small gap. But in emotion, in perception, it feels like a chasm. And yet, as revealed by ESPN's advanced game model, the actual statistical margin is razor thin. Just 1.1 points separate these two giants. That's not a gap, that's a coin toss. But here's where things get interesting. Not everything that matters makes it into the headlines. Sources close to the team hinted at something unusual during Alabama's closed practice earlier this week. According to insiders who spoke under condition of anonymity, quarterback Simpson spent extra reps running a very specific sequence of RPOs, designed precisely to exploit Georgia's vulnerability in their second-level coverage. This wasn't generic prep. It was targeted, calculated, meant to trigger hesitation in linebackers already known for biting early on misdirection. And when you pair that with Georgia's weakness in maintaining discipline, 10 penalties in just 3 games, as reported by multiple game breakdowns, the cracks begin to widen. But beyond stats, beyond plays, there's something deeper. As told by a staff member in a moment of unfiltered honesty, the team made a pact the night before travel: win this game or lose the respect of college football. That wasn't drama, that was desperation, that was soul. The locker room knows what's at stake. Every missed tackle, every blown route, every fumble could mark the end of Alabama's shot at relevance this season. And in that pressure cooker, miracles happen or empires fall. This isn't just a game anymore. It's a last stand, and only one side walks out with their pride intact. Even if Alabama doesn't walk away with the win, this battle has already taught us something far more valuable than numbers or rankings. It taught us about resilience, about standing tall when the world expects you to fall, about marching into enemy territory not with certainty, but with belief. It taught us that in football, like in life, you don't always control the outcome, but you control the fight. And tonight, Alabama chose to fight. Against the odds, against the noise, against everything that tried to define them. As outlined by Fox Sports and ESPN, this wasn't supposed to be a game Alabama could win. The projections, the rankings, the experts, they had already written the story. But according to the data shared by Roll Bama Roll and Bulldog Illustrated, the cracks in Georgia's seemingly impenetrable armor were there. And Alabama, with precision, courage, and discipline, dared to test every inch of it. They entered a stadium where Georgia hadn't lost in 33 games, as stated by Bulldog Illustrated. They entered as underdogs, and yet they didn't blink. Because sometimes being underestimated is the greatest fuel a warrior can carry into battle. But what truly matters is what this game represents. This wasn't just about passes and tackles, it was about redemption. It was about rewriting the narrative that others had imposed. It was about a team that could have collapsed under the weight of expectation, but chose to rise instead. According to AP News, Coach DeBoer reminded his players that no one else is going to do it for you. That's not just a sports mantra. That's life. That's the reality we all live in. Whether you're on a field in Athens or at home, facing your own battles, the message is the same. If you don't step up, no one else will. And in that sense, Alabama's story tonight becomes universal. Maybe you've felt like the underdog. Maybe you've been told you're past your prime, that your best days are behind you. Maybe you've been dropped in rankings you never signed up for. If that's you, then you understand what this team felt. You understand what it means to look your challenge in the eye and say, "Not today." To make a pact with yourself, as this team did before heading out, win this or lose the respect of everything we stand for. And whether it ends in victory or defeat, the act of showing up with heart is what defines champions, not just in football, but in life. So if you've stayed with us until now, thank you. Your time is your most valuable currency, and we don't take that lightly. If this story resonated with you, if it made you feel something, hope, fire, nostalgia, then please consider helping our mission. We've pinned a link in the comments below to a special ebook we created, diving even deeper into the soul and history of Alabama Crimson Tide. If it speaks to you, and if you choose to support it, know that you're also supporting the growth of this channel. You're helping us keep these stories alive and reaching more people who need them. And if this video moved you, if it made you pause, reflect, or even tear up, share it. Not for the algorithm, but for the person who might need it more than you realize. Someone out there is fighting their own Georgia, their own battle. Maybe this story will remind them they're not alone. Because at the end of the day, Alabama didn't just teach us how to play football. They taught us how to face adversity, how to rise again, and how to fight with honor, even when no one believes.